Got my newest inspector gadget here, guys. Oh, yes. Good morning, everybody. My name is Shawn Eaton. I'm the owner of Piney Peak Inspections. I'm a residential home inspector. My previous presentations here at BNI have been really focused on myself, how I got into inspecting, my credentials, my licenses, my certifications, etc. Today I wanted to shift gears a little bit and focus a little bit more on what a home inspection is, why they're important. Yeah, for all the newer members and all of our visitors today, I'll go into a quick background of myself, how I got into inspecting, and why I do what I do. So as Aaron asked, this is my 7th year inspecting. I just hit my 3,500th inspection a few months ago. I'm a certified master inspector. And I have a handful of other licenses and certifications that are related to my industry. I won't bore you guys with all of those. As I mentioned, for the first 6 years of my career, I worked in Colorado Springs. I was commuting from Littleton to the Springs every day for work. And last year, kind of hit a breaking point and decided that that needed to change. So I started Piney Peak Inspections. And the reason for that is the young family I have. So my wife, Jill, and our son, Liam. Liam's 18 months old, and they are why I do what I do. They're the reason I started Piney Peak Inspections, so I could be home, more available, have that flexible schedule, all those benefits of being a business owner. Also, the Piney Peak Inspections hat in the top corner. Thank you, Jill, for that one. That's a nice little touch in the house. All right, moving on into home inspection. So, what is a home inspection? In a nutshell, a home inspection is really just a detailed overview of the overall condition of a house and all of its major systems, how things are functioning, etc. Inspections are a visual inspection, and they are non-invasive. Mostly what that means is I'm not going into homes and pulling refrigerators out and pulling washing machines out and looking behind them. I'm not cutting open drywall and looking into the drywall. Things that are visible and readily accessible are going to be inspected during the home inspection. And mainly, an inspection will help identify any issues in the home that are in need of immediate attention, or any items down the road that may need to be maintained, or will have any future repair needs. The process of a home inspection. This is something that varies greatly from inspector to inspector. I really pride myself on my inspection process. It's something I've really kind of fine-tuned over the last 7 years or so of inspecting. And I encourage all of my clients, when they're with me at the inspection, to follow me along. Tag along, be my shadow, ask all the questions that you want to ask. I really want to help educate you about everything that I'm looking at, why we're looking at it. I love to walk and talk with them. But this is kind of the rundown of what my inspection process is. I start on the exterior. I look at everything I possibly can from the outside of the home on the ground. If it's safe to do so, I will get up onto the roof, walk the entire roof. If not, I'll get a drone out, fly the drone, get a bunch of pictures from up top that way. I move into the garage and inspect everything in the garage, including that garage door. From there, I move into the house. Typically start by testing all the appliances out, start dishwashers so that they can finish total cycles during the inspection. After that, I work my way from top to bottom through the rest of the home, and I inspect literally everything that I can get my eyes and hands on: doors, windows, plumbing, electrical, all the sinks, all the tubs, all the electrical fixtures, switches, receptacles. In the basement, obviously I'm going to look at all the HVAC equipment. Any attic spaces, we're going to inspect roof structure, insulation, ventilation, and of course the big one, foundation and floor structure. All these areas that are available and accessible will be inspected during the inspection. So now we know the process. Why is an inspection important? The biggest reason to have a home inspection, why they're important, is it helps individuals, helps home buyers make an informed decision on this major purchase that they're about to make. We mostly do that through education. As I mentioned, I love having people follow me around, ask all the questions that they can during the inspection. That way we can talk about things that regularly need to be maintained, where furnace filters are, how to shut your sprinklers on, off, anything else in the house that needs any kind of regular maintenance. Uncovering any unknowns and kind of managing and mitigating surprises. As I mentioned, I'm going to get in attic spaces, crawl spaces. I'm going to go to every corner I possibly can and really just get in those areas that regular homeowners don't frequent, don't go to all the time. People don't go in their attic or their crawl space very regularly. They also will help aid in negotiations. Chris mentioned that during his ask this week. That's going to be something that a well-written and well-documented home inspection report I'm going to pass over to the realtor, and that's going to be in their wheelhouse. And they can help home buyers negotiate in their home buying process. Risks of not getting home inspection. A lot of times people forego home inspection for one reason or another. Some of the risks that you may take on by doing that are really just a mirror image of what we talked about. Unforeseen expenses, hidden defects, cost of repairs that would have otherwise been uncovered during the inspection. If you don't get an inspection, you may not know what that far corner of your attic looks like, or what that corner of the crawl space foundation or structure looks like. You may not know how old the HVAC is in the home, or that there's a second heating system in your upstairs attic that supplies air to that upper floor. Health and safety risks are also something you may take on. Any electrical concern, whether it may be very easy for Shawn and his team to fix, it can still be dangerous to your average homeowner. So that's something that definitely want to have looked into. Nobody wants to deal with structural problems, mold and moisture related issues. John Weir and Dave will tell you nobody ever wants to deal with any of those, and those are also things that can be discovered during a home inspection. And then last but not least, maintenance plan. As I said, when we walk around and talk during the home inspection, I think out loud and talk about all the things that could be maintained in the house. HVAC equipment, things that should regularly be maintained, sprinkler systems, exterior maintenance, just so things don't get way out of hand. Big takeaways from all of this is that home inspections are important. A thorough and a well-documented home inspection report is even more important. And while you guys may have friends, family, neighbors, anybody who used to be a general contractor or build houses or handyman, they are not a professional inspector. They're a great support system, but they may not be a professional inspector. Always hire a professional. They're going to have your best interest in mind. It's going to help protect you, your family, and your large investment.
30 seconds, Shawn.
Perfect timing, guys. That's about it. There's some information here. You guys can scan that QR code. It'll take you to my website. I've got a lot more detailed information on what I do, how I do it, etc. Ideal referrals for me. Most of my business comes directly from real estate agent referrals, and anybody else that lives in new construction will also be a great referral. That's another 7 or 8 minute presentation that we can do on new construction inspections.
Great job. That was awesome.